Hi Cass, thank you for accepting this interview.
I'd like to invite you to this pretty little thing where the fruits of your
Anansie released a new album, Black Traffic. This new album, this release are independent. So why this choice?
Because the state of the music industry nowadays, we've done our time. You know, we've been in the industry over 20 years now as a band, and we've done our time paying for these big record companies for the executives to drive big cars and for to furnish their offices, and they don't always do what they're supposed to do for you. And it's about time now that I've seen the demise of the record industry because of the internet and illegal downloading. It means that the record companies aren't seeing as much money, which then means that they want more from the artists. So now they don't just want a record deal from you, they want to have part of your merchandising and part of your shows and part of your, they call them a 360 deal, where they get money from anywhere you earn money. And we're very fortunate to have a very large fan base so that we can actually do our tours, make our money, and fund our own albums. And so that's why we decided to have our own record label and to be totally independent, because then it means you answer to nobody. Not that we ever did, but it just establishes that we don't have to, accommodate anybody's whim.
Now you feel more creative, or is the same?
No, same. We've always been very creative. Yeah, having your own record company doesn't make you more creative. If it did, then I think you would be in trouble. No, we've always been the same creative force that we are. It's just that having our own record company allows us to be even more independent. So you don't have to ask permission to get a video made or ask permission to finance a tour. We do it ourselves now.
This album is perhaps the most experimental album?
In some ways, yes, and in some ways I think it's classic Skunk Anansie as well. I think it was more experimental in how we approached it, but it's still very fundamentally, Skunk Anansie. More Skunk Anansie than Wonderlust, the last album, I feel, because, we have our political songs in there. We have that really banging, grinding sound going on in there. And we've still got the delicacy with 24-piece string sections in there. So it's very diverse, eclectic, just like we are. But at the same time, how we approached it, we tried to approach it differently to see if it would change the outcome. And Skin thinks it's changed the outcome. I don't.
You're taking such a long hiatus, 8 years. So you leave the stage when you are in the peak of your creative, and now you expect your fans want to listen the greatest hits or reinvented Skunk Anansie.
Well, I think the old fans probably want to hear the greatest hits, but what we've noticed is we've got lots of new fans. And so we've got fans who are too young to be there first time around, so it's like, I would expect they'd want to hear the new stuff, so it's a mixture of both. I think it's always a mistake if you forget where you come from, but I think it's also a mistake if you rely on your past. You must always be creating new stuff, but you have to pay homage to where you come from.
Your songs like I Believe in You and This Not a Game have a strong message about politicians, so the band is concerned about these questions.
Well, these are things that we ask the questions. We're not trying to convince anyone of what we're saying. We're just saying that, like This Is Not a Game is my favourite song on the album, because I think it just hits the point and hits it really hard, because it's almost like the politicians and the bankers and the businessmen play with people's lives like it's a game, like they're pieces in a chess game. When actually, when you're down at that level on the board, being the piece moved and manoeuvred, it's not funny at all. And so they treat these people like it's a game. And that's why I love that song, because it's so simple and so powerful.
Your European tour starts here in Portugal. You feel you are embraced by Portuguese people, and it's a good start to this new album.
Yeah, we tend to start our European tours in Portugal. Yes, we do, because it's always very warm, hot-blooded people here. We like this, you know. It's always very warm, very nice reception. But also now, especially in this kind of current economic climate, you know, Portugal, I think, is feeling it a lot. You know, there's a lot of unemployment here, and so this is the perfect kind of vehicle for us. And we're not trying to play shows just so that we can make money and charge high ticket prices. That's not what we're doing it for. We're just trying to, you know, talk to the people who are talking the same language as us. And that's not whether it's in English or Portuguese. It's a more psychological, spiritual language. Yeah.
You feel like you are a kind of a special group that have its own soul?
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. We are a very special group, yes. Because I tell you what, remember, we've been together 20 years, right? When I come to go on tour with Skunk and Anansie, I'm going on holiday with my friends. That's what it feels like. So we're going on holiday. So yesterday was the first day, and all we've done is laugh and joke and laugh and joke. And that's what we do when we're together all the time. It's a very special thing. Very special. I've been in lots of bands. Very special, Skunk and Anansie.
Thank you, guys.